Tonight in Las Vegas, Tyson and Tucker meet for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Live from the Las Vegas Hilton in Las Vegas, Nevada, HBO Sports presents the final fight of our heavyweight unification series as WBC and WBA champion Mike Tyson beats IBF champion Tony Tucker. It's scheduled for 12 rounds.
Boxing team scheduled a series of exhibitions in Europe. En route to Poland, their plane crashed. There were no survivors. But the star of the team had missed the flight because of an injury sustained the day before.
It really hit me because I said, I was that close, to being dead along with the rest of the guys. So I figured that God spared my life for a purpose. And that purpose was obviously to be a heavyweight champion of the world.
Tony Tucker's career was guided by his father, Bob, a former amateur fighter himself. Although he would miss out on Olympic fame and instant fortune, he was well respected. He won gold medals at the World Cup and then at the Pan American Games, which turned out to be the highlight of his amateur career. His father would follow him into the pro ranks.
Well, I really don't look at it in the manner of father and son. I just look at it as fighter and trainer and manager. I try to put father and son out of my mind. But if something catches me, like his leg getting hurt, and I jump in the ring, so then the father comes up.
Fathers and sons, however, are notorious in boxing for starting better than they finish. Heavyweight champion Joe Frazier, for example, couldn't reproduce himself in his son Marvis. Couldn't make him over in his own furious image. In mid-career, Bobby Chez's father committed suicide. Later, Chez won a light heavyweight title. Emotions and/or economics usually get in the way of a son's development.
I figured if I put all my interest into my son, I couldn't lose either way, whether he was successful or not, because I had put all my work and money into him. And it was better than me putting my money into a billboard or putting it into a particular lady, invested in that manner, because a lot of people spend a lot of money that way. I didn't see how I could lose.
But the Tuckers had to sell off pieces of themselves, borrow money to get this far. Of the $1.9 million purse tonight, the fighter will get $600,000 before taxes. Promoter Cedric Kushner will get $350,000, as will promoters Jeff Levine and Josephine Abercrombie, who helped underwrite Kushner's investment in Tucker. Silent partners Dennis Rappaport and Alan Kornberg, $250,000 between them. Bob Tucker's share comes to something less than that for all his trouble. And finally, Emmanuel Stewart, Tucker's first manager, gets $120,000.
I made the move that was best for Tony, that I felt was best for his development. I knew ahead of time, and I told Tony to be patient, because I said, all those guys you see rush to the top, they're coming down just as fast. It proves me right. We got the championship. But I'll be completely right when he beats Tyson. A couple more fights and I can go sit down. My job will be done.
I stood away from all that, the distractions, and kept on pushing and striving. And my dad was a very big help, because he was right there behind me saying, you're going to get there, you're going to get there, just keep going, bring me to the gym, keep going. So, through God and my father, is why I'm here today.
We always talk about what to look for, what are the good points, and yes, what are the bad points of the two combatants. Let's talk tonight about Sugar Ray's tip of the night. How do you see this one? First of all, Mike Tyson.
Well, Barrett, quite naturally, power and strength is no big secret with Mike Tyson. But what I'm impressed with is the hand speed of Mike Tyson. seen here against Trevor Burbick. Exceptionally quick hands for a heavyweight. Once again, we see him against Pinklon Thomas. Great hand speed, which enables him to put his combinations together very well. He did a fantastic job here against Thomas. Now, something I'm an advocate of is the left jab. Now here we see Pinklon Thomas in the white trunks using that left jab to break the rhythm of Mike Tyson. It enables you to keep your man off balance. Tony Tucker here in the white trunks. His jab is kind of quick but not consistent. Also, he drops his left jab. You notice that? And it's quite detrimental against a guy with a counter right hand like Mike Tyson. I also believe mobility, lateral movement is very, very important. You can't be a stationary target. Here, Tony Tucker in the reds, stationary target, gets hit by a right hand, left hook goes down against Buster Douglas.
So that's what to look for, and if Tony Tucker isn't going to be able to beat Mike Tyson, he may be able to blind him. If you look at that outfit, Tony Tucker has come into the ring. He sprinted into the ring. Well, whether he sprints out remains to be seen. He's won 34, not 35. There was that fight with Danny Sutton. Remember that he went down with an injured knee. It was ruled no contest and not, as some people have said, a victory. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape, and there is one number that really jumps out at you. It's down at the bottom, and that is the 10.5 inch, or rather 12.5 inch reach advantage, 10.5 inch, beg your pardon, reach advantage of Tony Tucker over Mike Tyson.
And don't forget that 14-inch hair advantage. And here is our punch stat numbers to give you a profile of the quantitative number of punches that they throw in fights. Tyson threw only 26 per round against Bone Crusher Smith because Smith was hugging him so much. They throw around the same number of punches. Tyson, of course, throws a lot harder punches, and that's shown in this graphic on jabs. He throws a few jabs. Tucker throws more. He's going to have to throw a lot more in this fight.
And we will take a look at the rules. It is an amalgam this time of the IBF, WBC, and WBA. I'd love to have been in those meetings. Must have been like the bar scene in Star Wars. 10-point must system. 3 judges score the fight. No standing 8 count. You can be saved by the bell only in the last round. And, of course, the one that really could have an effect on this fight, the 3 knockdown rule, is in effect, contrary to many fights. Now, let's go up to the ring announcer, Chuck
Mills Lane. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the unification of the heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing, in the blue corner, fighting out of Houston, Texas, weighing 221 pounds, with a professional record of 34 wins, no defeats, 29 KOs. He is the IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Tony TNT Tucker. And in the red corner, from Catskills, New York, he too weighs 221 pounds. He is undefeated in his professional career, 30 wins, no defeats, with 27 KOs. He is the WBA and WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
Okay, now, here we go. Now, you've had your instructions in the dressing room to protect yourself at all times. In the equation, Mr. Tucker is chief second. In the equation, Mr. Tyson, the chief second. Let's get it on. Come on.
There's a line in the movie Full Metal Jacket. You can talk the talk. Can you walk the walk? It's time for Tony Tucker now to walk the walk.
Or run the run, as it were.
I would like Tyson to jump right on Tony Tucker. Try to frustrate Mike Tyson.
He's strong enough to do that. Well, the good right hand by Tucker. That might have been the taken right there.
That uppercut blocked Mike Tyson. Technically speaking, no one, but there are miracles here. I always felt that he was supposed to take jabs, but I think and Tyson was the uppercut. He was supposed to
stopped by a punch.
Then was the best thing that Tucker could have done.
What I'm going to do to him, evidence. Another right hand. Tucker. There was a confidence. Yeah, he said he likes being the underdog, even though it's first.
Every time Mike reaches in, Tony comes with the right hand.
James Broad against Douglas. He fought, and now we'll see what he can do against Sir. Again, a run from Tyson. And another big right by Mike, and particularly for Tucker.
Almost immediately after, he follows a right with a left, and we'll show you a picture of him later on.
3, 4 punches together. And uppercut, left hooks.
Led uppercut that time.
Just has to keep.
Well, you know, Ray, I hearken back to your fight with Marvin Hagler, where after
Surviving the first round actually can turn the tables around. It gives him the confidence. He's using his height, his
good body. Tyson.
That was a good example of Tony Tucker.
This is the third round. A local did not think it would go this far. Take charge as a referee. No nonsense like Tyson. There was a good right hand, Tyson, on the way in.
He's finished with
Tony Tucker to get that hook in
with his head. The uppercut has been doing a...
There was a good left hand.
Frustration. It creates frustration in the fight. Because Tony's been tying his man up. But they're uppercuts, Barry. You notice they're uppercuts.
There you see Tucker backing up, and there an upper.
We start the fourth round. And in Tyson's corner,
and that's what, because he throws a barrage of, it's not going to do it. See the intensity in Tony Tucker.
Punch.
And punch for punch. And this league, Tyson comes out, whether or not Tucker can withstand this type of...
Mike, come on.
Mills land.
Tyson needs to use his jab. To work again to the head.
There's a right in this round. A good shot. And Tyson with another.
Affecting Mike's punches because he's not...
Tyson is working closer into Tyson Tucker. There you saw that he followed a
punch up a little bit more.
Is the fact that this only a dick in War and Peace from
Tony Tucker's initiated respect. He stood his ground. Hand speed by Tony Tucker.
And he said, what I'm going to do is firing, but the first 3 rounds, exactly what he did.
A lead-off right.
Through the jab, he brought...
Well, that's not busted in front of... They would get those punches off. He should give him a little more head.
There was a right hand.
And get him out of there. I think...
There was a right...
They think this fight... You can understand now, Ray, why my people...
Tyson.
I think is a good move, the punch, but it actually stick. Thomas here to break his rhythm, either with...
And I think he ran off. Tucker up.
Tyson's just... And what Mike has to do is move. It's making matters to get inside.
And there was a big right hand. He has too. I think his timing is not...
Here you see him use the left hand just as a way to... And this is good fighting now that they take it like that. Fight to establish more. He has to go on the...
Of Tucker's really allow him to get in
rounds has been effective. It
hasn't been as tense
as he the first round when he rocked Mike Tyson.
In the first round and not actually tenseness.
Also, I think he's a great fighter.
You know, another in Las Vegas boxing circle about Tyson's, or rather Tucker's right hand, that he had injured hand, and that's why he backed off.
Not in a heavyweight. They don't.
Tucker trying with Tyson, which brings the crowd.
First, because I invented it, because you always...
Well, it is.
If you analyze it, though, Barry, actually... And Mason again. He's talking for a long...
Right hand in anger. Since the middle of the left.
When you're fighting, you really don't feel it.
He did throw a right uppercut there. Control of the fight.
Ashton Coe, not whether he's going to win the
15 rounds. As you can hear Kevin Rooney.
That head in order to get inside and not be very susceptible to the uppercuts.
Tucker, that back Tyson. Yep. There was
Tyson.
Larry Murphy.
Rounds here are very, very
important. Generalship, 5th round.
bad. And the reason for that is because then step. Get close. Now come.
There was.
This jab will get him closer to the top. Once it started to cut the ring off. Now he's in again.
Man off of you.
Okay. I'm almost expecting guys reaching in with it. Because he's never fought cramp, but you got your arms ache, and they start to work. I mean, he
haven't done that.
Fight.
does something dramatic here, but it has been.
Wasn't strong enough. No had to show you, and this is what he did tonight, the guy.
Big hat, and while Tucker seems to be fighting the kind of fight that he thinks he's. There was a bit.
Be beat, and that's how Tucker fought tonight.
And not surprisingly, the unanimous decision.